It's Butoy here, and I had a dream last night. I'm in Toronto. It's not important, but I slept on a chair, and though I put my feet on another chair, it was in a shrine outside, and they have this built outside little kind of house or shed, and it's an open area with the statue of the Virgin, and you pray. And that's the dream I had. I was on a chair. I wrote it down, so I'm gonna read it. Might as well. I was on a chair, and like the Mafia, sometimes they want to send a message. They leave you in public place, and it's an exposure, just like a crucifixion back in the day. So as I slept inside an outdoor shrine in Toronto dedicated to Our Lady of Gratitude, I had the following vision. I was in an outdoor place when I was tied on a chair and felt torture as my right eye was bloody. I didn't see it, but I could feel it, and some people came. I remember this. I was seated on a chair, like tied, and I've been tortured. I felt a little bit, just a bit, especially in the right eye. And I see this person about where these cars are passing by. Not a lot of person, but they didn't dare to come and help me or untied, probably by fear of reprisal. How you say that in English? From the mob that did that, or the person that did that. They didn't dare to come. See, one passed on my left and disappear of my side of vision. An older man, I would say about 60, 70, small, and but he came back. And I said, call 911, because he didn't dare to untie me or come and check the wounds on me or something, assist me. So I said, call 911. I was not distressed. I said, call 911. And he took, and next thing I see, he's on a cell phone, talking, looking at me a bit like this. I couldn't make up. It was not given to me what he said. But as he was on the phone, maybe 10 meters from me, or 6, 7, one guy came close to me about 2 meters. Another old man. While the first man on the phone, he was like a paysan, poor dress. This second man comes with a slick a bit hair, still old in his 60s, but colored hair, and a bit on the skinny side. And he come close to me in front, and I took his hand, right hand, and he shook my right hand. I'm still sit on that chair. And this morning I wanted to write it, what I did with my hand, but it was not given to me in the spirit to tell about it. So as I shook his hand, I did a movement with, I can't say it, so I don't want to talk too much, but I can't actually, but God doesn't want to let me. So I did something with my hand that I can say as a sign of that I knew it was him. Because sometimes, let's say somebody do something wrong to you, you don't know who it is. Somebody attack your family. My mom just got attacked, but by that sign I knew it was him. And when I knew, I did this, and he recognized that I knew. So there you go. You might see this video. And the thing is, when I did this, he says 3 things, and that remembers me. He says, I would give, and it seems like I can't remember exactly, but it seemed a poor amount of dollar, but it seemed everything. Let's say I would give $1. In symbolism of a dream, while it still makes sense and speaking honesty, $1 can mean all his money. So he said, I will give $1 to have your faith. 1 second, some people pass in and I don't like the feeling of this. So he says to me, I will give $1 to have your faith. And he says, I would, it was in French, 65 years old, I was Argentinian, from Argentine. And he said, 1 second, check the note because I wrote it in my palm this morning when I washed my hands. He says, okay, symbolize everything as $1 can symbolize everything, money, one in a dream. And he, 68 years old, I was Argentinian. And he says, I had faith. So those three remembers me when I said now the Petrus Romanus prophecy, three things. Often things when God gives sometimes insight of one thing, He gives it by three hints of things. So this man, he says, he will give everything to have my faith, all his money, I mean. And now that I'm thinking, and he says 68 years old when I was Argentinian, he says I had faith. So he lost his faith at 68 years old, is Argentinian, and he will give all his money less, but yet it's a little money, but it means a lot. And now everything put together, who has a lot of money but doesn't hold the money in his hand, comes from Argentina. And at 68 years old, for me it's Francis in the Vatican. Now my mom last week, on the 13th, I got the news that on the 12th, she was found in a hotel overdosing on medication pills. My mom takes some medication pills for the last maybe 15-20 years. She's a model of positiveness to people. I know people can change like this. I left, didn't give news, didn't call for 2 months, left for 8 months. It was in Vancouver. And when I got the news, you guys know, I've shared my visions and dreams. I'm going to spirit. It didn't even bother me inside, but I insisted to go. My brother paid me the ticket plane. I flew I flew, and she had this tube blotted because one of the medication was for her liver, and it takes the potassium out. That's a side effect. So anyways, it went the water outside her lungs. My brother said still she was swallowing when I came. Within 3 days she got her hands, everything, the whole body. My brother said that I didn't want to see the video. It was like a football, her head. Anyways, the whole body. And now I left. Was a bit mad at the end because did another video that explains about my mom, the procedure, what happened. But now she's okay. She's supposed to be released hopefully this week. But as her health, her brain, her body, it's all good. I pray for it, and I never pray intensively for one thing, and I just forgot about the whole world, everything around me. The news, the music was already forgotten, but everything, like to the point of what I eat or look for food, anything, even washing myself to the minimum, leaves people in the hospital complain. But anyways, so here we go. Uh, and that's the vision I had today. Was not let me know, was not let me know what my mom went through. But only within a week or two before was like, pray for your mom, pray for your mom. And I had this, I called the FBI for doulos. So I found $4 in North Van, so I could call a calling card, $2.50. So I tried to call my mom 2 days, nothing, from the same phone. But then what happens is that on that day,